Ketones have the power to regenerate damaged neurons that carry information. Ever done on the science of fasting was published in the increased DNA repair, decreased glycogen, decreased insulin, decreased mTOR, and decreased protein synthesis. Numerous studies are also proving that outside of the above cellular changes, the most important part of improving your metabolic health is changing when you eat, not what you eat. The first such study in the Journal of Nutrition and Health and Aging in 2018 showed that obese individuals saw dramatic metabolic improvement despite eating whatever they wanted, as long as they ate that food within an 8-hour eating window, leaving 16 hours for fasting. Cell Metabolism published findings in 2020 revealing that the same diet eaten in a 10-hour period had a greater metabolic effect on a person than if they spread that diet out over a 14-hour time period. Both studies show very clearly that when you condense your eating window, leaving more time for fasting, you will reduce total body fat percentage, reduce visceral fat, reduce waist circumference, lower blood pressure, decrease LDL cholesterol, and decrease hemoglobin A1C. In a modern world where we have been conditioned to eat low-quality food all day long, research like this gives me hope that we can begin to undo much of the metabolic damage that is causing so many to struggle with poor health. Changing the time period in which we eat is more important than actually the quality of the food we eat. This is great news if we are to improve our metabolic health. Everyone can learn to take this fasting step. It doesn't take time or financial resources to fast. And you don't have to change your diet to better your metabolic outcomes. Something as simple as compressing your eating window will yield incredible results. These studies prove the benefits that allowed our prehistoric ancestors to thrive when food was absent. Can you see why so many have become smitten with fasting? Not only are you burning energy from fat, accelerating weight loss, lowering blood pressure, cholesterol, and insulin, but the more often you access this fat-burning state, the more repair can happen in your body. It's much like sleep. When you are getting consistent sleep, your body has a chance to heal at a deeper level than when you're awake. A great night's sleep is one of the most powerful healing tools you can access. The same goes for fasting. Each time you put your body into a fasted state, you are giving your body the opportunity to heal. Fasting is not like any other diet. It is not a moment of deprivation. It's a gift you give yourself that will allow your body and brain to recover from the stressors of the modern world. To better understand how this works, I want to highlight some of the major healing responses your body triggers while you are fasting so that you can get to know them better. It increases ketones. Ketones are an organic compound the liver makes when your blood sugar drops. Ketones are an alternative fuel source for your cells when glucose is not readily available. A hallmark sign that your body is burning energy from fat is the presence of ketones. There are many healing benefits to having low levels of ketones surging through your system. Ketones are reparative, meaning they will go to certain tissues in your body and regenerate them. Specifically, they repair nervous tissue. This is incredibly helpful with any neurodegeneration that may have occurred in the brain. Ketones have the power to regenerate damaged neurons that carry information throughout your brain, improving your memory and ability to retain new information, as well as giving you increased focus and mental clarity. Ketones are also a preferred fuel source for your mitochondria, the parts of your cells that make your energy. In Chapter 3, I will dive more into the power of your mitochondria. But in regard to ketones, if your mitochondria are sluggish and not providing the necessary energy to function at your best, ketones will power them back up. It's the ultimate mitochondrial reset. This energy is much different from the energy you feel when you eat. When operating from the sugar burner system, you will often feel your energy go up and down. Ketone energy is much different. It is consistent, giving you both physical and mental clarity throughout your day. The wonders of ketones don't just stop with brain repair and energy. Ketones will also go up to the hypothalamus of your brain and turn off your hunger hormone. This is a large reason why the more you fast, the less hungry you will become. As your brain senses ketones when you click into your fasted state, it will use those ketones to kill your hunger. Many fasters use this decline in hunger to extend their fast a little longer, getting even more of a healing benefit. The rise in ketones also triggers the release of a calming neurotransmitter called GABA. This neurotransmitter has an anti-anxiety effect on your brain, leaving you feeling more relaxed despite not eating any food. For many, ketones are what they are chasing with their fasting lifestyle. You feel limitless when your body makes ketones. If you fear how you will feel when you fast, remember that once your cells have made that switch over to this fat-burning state and ketones are on the scene, your energy and mental clarity will increase. It's the opposite of any diet you've ever been on. When you train your body to make ketones, fasting will not only get easier, but more healing will occur with time. Increases autophagy. If there's one cellular process that has drawn so many to fasting, it's autophagy. When your cells register dipping blood sugar while in a fasted state, this incredible repair process kicks in. Why do your cells do this? To make themselves more resilient. Without the influx of glucose coming in, your cells respond by making themselves stronger. Autophagy improves cellular resilience in 3 ways: detox, repair, and the removal of diseased cells. The concept of autophagy was brought to the world's attention when Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi, a Japanese scientist, won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine for his landmark research, which revealed that in the absence of food, our cells get stronger, not weaker. Instead of looking for nutrients outside the cell when food is scarce, that cell turns within and eats what's inside. When you break down the word autophagy, it means self-eating. Ohsumi's work was so profound that it sparked thousands of other studies to follow, helping us understand why autophagy is such a necessary healing state for the human body. Because of its ability to clean your cells up, autophagy was first associated with the fasting world as being analogous with detox. Although autophagy is a form of detox, it only detoxes organic materials within the cells. Over time, our cells accumulate a variety of damaged organelles, proteins, oxidized particles, and harmful pathogens. This accumulation causes our cells to become dysfunctional. When in a state of autophagy, our brilliant cells will detox these malfunctioning parts out of the cell, thus revitalizing them. This cellular reboot is a large reason why so many fasters feel younger and more vibrant the more times they dip into an autophagy state. Food will typically pull you out of autophagy, while longer fasts put you back into this healing state. One of my favorite recent studies done on autophagy was published in 2020. It looked at the possible benefits of autophagy as a tool for priming the immune system to fight the coronavirus that sparked the COVID-19 pandemic. Viruses don't have an energy system, so when they enter your cell, they must work off your energy system. If your cells are in a sugar burner state, viruses will enter your cells, fuel themselves on sugar, and gain energy that allows them to multiply quickly. If a virus enters a cell that is in a state of autophagy, where it doesn't have sugar to consume, it will lose energy and its ability to replicate. The sneaky part of a virus like COVID-19 is that once it enters your cells, it shuts down autophagy so that it can replicate faster. Fasting can help restore autophagy's ability to shut down viral replication. The other form of detox that autophagy will perform for you is getting rid of old, worn-out cellular parts. Remember how your cells are like little factories with lots of moving parts working to your advantage? Well, these parts can get overworked and worn down. Once that happens, they can't do their job effectively. Ineffective proteins and organelles within your cells accelerate the aging process, suppress your immune system, and can tank your energy. When you fast and stimulate autophagy, you trigger your cells to remove these lagging parts. As beautiful as this system is, there's one thing that autophagy doesn't detox: synthetic, man-made chemicals like plastics, phthalates, or perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl, PFAs, and other forever chemicals. Called this because they do not break down naturally, staying in the environment forever. The process of autophagy also can't recycle out naturally occurring heavy metals, like lead or mercury, which can do damage to your brain and hormonal system, not to mention destroy your mitochondria. When your cells are in a state of autophagy but sense a malfunctioning cell, they will initiate cellular death, a process known as apoptosis. Cells packed with toxins often go rogue, turning into cancer cells. Destroying this cellular situation is key for your long-term health. Dipping into states of autophagy on a regular basis is a helpful tool for not only building high-performing cells, but also for removing damaged cells that lead to disease. The last key feature of autophagy is its ability to repair your mitochondria. Known as mitophagy, this is a healing response triggered by fasting in which your cells will eliminate dysfunctional or damaged mitochondria, counteracting degeneration and inflammation that can lead to an array of common health challenges, including cognitive disabilities, muscle weakness, chronic fatigue, and impairments in hearing, vision, and liver and gastrointestinal function. Bottom line, when you fast, you put your cells into both a state of autophagy and ketosis, creating an amplified healing state that will have your body performing better than you may have ever dreamed possible. This is the magic of fasting. Decreases glycogen and insulin stores. If you've been eating a high sugar diet for years, your body has had to store all of that extra sugar somewhere. It stores it in the form of a sugar called glycogen. There are three key places your body puts this excess sugar: muscles, liver, and fat. Think of it like when you make a big shop at the grocery store, and not all of your food you bought will fit in your refrigerator, so you store it in the freezer in your garage. This is what your body will do with excess glucose. It stores it as glycogen in your fat. Once you run out of food in the kitchen, you reach for that extra food in the garage. That is what your body does when fasting. You force it to go find that excess sugar it's been storing for years and use that for fuel. The glycogen stores in your muscles are easy to get to through exercise, specifically high-intensity interval training and strength training. But how do you get to the liver and fat stores? This is where fasting really shines, as it is one of the most effective ways to release glycogen stores in your liver and fat. And you will want to get that excess glycogen out of your liver. Your liver is one of the hardest working organs in your body. It's burning fat, breaking down hormones, and making lots of good cholesterol to fuel your brain.